The unconscious thoughts that you believe right now might be the most powerful linchpin stopping you from attracting the money and the abundance that you most want. Today, I'm going to give you the keys so you can break free from your limitations and step into your full and magnificent potential. Are you ready to get started? Hi, I'm Marci Shimoff. I'm a featured teacher in The Secret. I'm the author of Happy for No Reason and Chicken Soup for the Woman's Soul, and the creator of Your Year of Miracles. And over the years, I have had the privilege of helping millions of people unlock their true potential and really live miraculous lives. And guess what? It all starts with your beliefs. You know, I know that we all have dreams, we all have aspirations, we all have goals, and many of those are ones that are around money or around abundance. And, you know, whether it's moving to a beautiful new home or living debt-free or starting your own business or simply just living a more joyful and fulfilling life without stress. So you might wonder, why hasn't it happened yet? What's holding me back? Now, most people will blame their outside circumstances. They'll say, oh, the economy is this, or, you know, my English teacher in the 10th grade gave me a bad grade and I'll never be good at this. But I will tell you that the answer probably lies inside your mind. We all have these things called limiting beliefs, and they're those little persistent thoughts that whisper at us. Sometimes they shout at us, but they say things like, you can't do that, or you don't deserve that, or you're not good enough for that. And, you know, I have to admit, I know those voices all too well. We all do. They are sneaky. They show up in the most unexpected places. Maybe it's when you're just about to hit send on an email where you're proposing a new project or a partnership, or, you know, you suddenly freeze. You think, oh, who am I to send this in, or who am I to reach out to them? You know, or maybe it's when you want to ask for a raise and you hear that nagging voice saying, oh, you're not ready. You know, you didn't really do well enough. And these beliefs, they're formed unconsciously, usually when we're very young, and they're old programming that runs in the background, and they really show up in our lives, keeping us from reaching our full potential. Now, here's the thing. These beliefs can manifest in so many different ways. I know that you've probably noticed it in yourself. You've got some brilliant idea, but instead of taking action, you just find yourself scrolling through social media or turning on the TV and convincing yourself that I'll start that tomorrow. You know, or maybe you've turned down a great opportunity because you're just afraid that you won't be good enough. And limiting beliefs, they show up as self-doubt. They show up as procrastination. They show up as self-sabotage. And they can show up in all areas of our life, our careers and our relationships, our overall well-being. And I will tell you a story how I remember when I started writing Chicken Soup for the Woman's Soul. I had this nagging belief, I'm not a real writer. I don't have what it takes to write books. I don't have what it takes to inspire millions of people. But every time that doubt would creep in, I reminded myself of the people that I wanted to help. You know, the people, the women that I knew needed to hear those stories that were going to be in Chicken Soup for the Woman's Soul. And slowly I started to shift my belief from I can't to I must. I feel a calling for this. And it was really a simple shift in what I believed that allowed me to finish my first book and then do subsequent books. And, you know, it was that my belief that I was here to do this, which I deeply felt was bigger than my belief that, oh, you can't do it, you're not good enough. And the impact of our beliefs, that is profound. When we have our negative beliefs running us, we miss opportunities, we have stress in our relationships. And, you know, and I know when we constantly battle self-doubt, it's hard to have the confidence that we need to pursue what it is we feel in our hearts we most want. You know, are you with me on this? Give me a thumbs up below if this is hitting home with you, or leave a comment. So how do you know how to identify those hidden saboteurs? Well, one way is you just pay attention. Pay attention to your inner critic. What are those voices that are dragging you down? What are they saying about you? Are they constantly comparing you to other people? Are they focusing you on what's not right, what your shortcomings are, rather than what your strengths are? And I found that journaling can be a really powerful tool for uncovering these beliefs. So you can just set aside a couple minutes every day and write down what is that voice saying to you? When you start to feel self-conscious or you start to feel like you can't do it, just write it down. Notice what happens. Don't worry about writing it down perfectly or with the right grammar. It doesn't matter. Just write down what are those thoughts, and you will be surprised at what comes up. And then once you've identified a limiting belief or two, then it's time to break free from that. And there are some wonderful, powerful tools out there for dissolving limiting beliefs. And one of them that's so easy and it seems so simple, but it really works, is you find the positive statements about yourself and you start focusing on those. And what will happen is you will literally rewire your brain. The negative neural pathways in your brain will start to shrink and you will start to develop stronger, bigger neural pathways that focus on your strengths. And I know that it might feel a little weird at first, but trust me, this works. So you can try something like, I am really capable of doing this. And notice what part of you really knows that you are capable of doing whatever it is you're setting your mind to. Or you could be, I really deserve this success or this love or this happiness. And feel it. Don't just say it, feel it. And the more you feel it, the more you will start to believe it. You can even take it a step further and do a trick that I learned from Lisa Nichols, who's one of my fellow teachers in The Secret and one of my co-leaders in Your Year of Miracles. And she practices saying it to herself in the mirror. Lisa tells a story about how when she was at her lowest point in her life and she was living as a single mom on government assistance and she was diagnosed as clinically depressed. And at that moment, she realized that she was buying into a whole lot of blame and shame and guilt and regret and a lot of that inner critic. And we're talking about a lifetime of limiting beliefs that she had from not only herself, but she had developed from generations of family and community. And she realized that she was never going to be able to change her life or her abundance from that place. So she said that every morning for the next 6 months, she started affirming to herself in the mirror who she really was and who she wanted to become in this effort to really rewrite her story. And she told me that at the beginning, she could barely look at herself or bring her voice above a whisper, but she stuck with it. And over time, it got easier. And today, she is, in addition to being one of my co-teachers in Your Year of Miracles, she leads a multi-million-dollar company. She is one of the most requested motivational speakers. And if she was sitting next to me right now, she would be the first to say, if I can do it, you can too. And I know that that's true. Lisa's done it. I've done it. There are many, many people that we've taught have done it. We can all do this. And I have to say, I actually get a little emotional when I share this because I have seen how far Lisa's come since we first met many, many years ago when we were in The Secret together, the movie The Secret. And she shared with me that she was shaking in her boots the day that The Secret was filmed because she felt like she was a fraud. She was the youngest one in the film. She was the only one in the film that didn't have a best-selling book yet. And her limiting beliefs nearly had her running out of that room. But she faced her fears and she changed the course of her own history. So if this resonates with you, then keep on watching because I'm about to share with you one of my favorite strategies to replace negative thinking so that you can welcome more money, more abundance, more miracles into your life. So what is this magical strategy? It is visualization. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you right now to just close your eyes for a moment and imagine yourself having really achieved one of your big goals. And just picture yourself living your life as though that has happened. It could be you've moved into your new home, or you're sitting in your new office and you have a big pay raise, or you're just feeling deep love in your heart for a beloved that has come into your life. Now, this isn't just daydreaming. This is actually creating a new mental blueprint for your mind to be able to follow. And it does get easier the more you practice it. So I want you to just feel yourself filling in all the details of that having happened, and engage all of your senses. Just imagine, what are you seeing? What are you smelling? What are you hearing people say to you? The more you really feel it, the more your mind will believe it. You will create these new neural pathways. So really feel that, and give gratitude to yourself as though that thing has already happened, that has already been achieved. And when you feel ready, you can slowly open your eyes. Thank you for doing that. I want you to notice how you feel having just done that. And that just took a couple of minutes. So here's what I'm going to suggest. I'm going to suggest that before you get out of bed in the morning, you spend a moment or two visualizing and feeling having had that thing happen for you. What is it that you most want? And remember, it's not just about money or abundance. It's really about living this life that you feel is the life for you. It's about believing that there's more than enough love and joy and abundance to go around in the world. And it's about trusting that the universe is supporting you even when things aren't necessarily going as you thought they would. And what happens is, when you live from a place of abundance, you are actually not only enriching your own life, but you're inspiring others to do the same. And here's the really, really beautiful part. When you start to live from this place of abundance, it is contagious. Your energy shifts, and you start to attract people and opportunities and experiences that resonate with this new empowered version of you. It's like you've stepped into a new frequency, and everything around you starts to change. One of my favorite stories about this is from a woman named Maggie, who is in our Year of Miracles. She joined a few years ago, and Maggie had really been struggling with a deep sense of unworthiness for most of her life. She believed that she wasn't smart enough or deserving enough of success, and it was her beliefs that were holding her back. They held her back in her career, where the career was stagnant, in her relationships. She felt trapped in a relationship with a partner who was always critical, and she felt stressed out about money. But during our month on self-love, Maggie actually made a decision. She made a commitment to shine a light on her old beliefs. And she started journaling every day, and she would uncover these stories, these old stories that she'd been telling herself. And she realized that most of her negative beliefs weren't actually even true. They were just old tapes that were playing on and on and on. So Maggie started using the shift to finding what's positive in her, to these positive things, and to visualizing a little bit every day. She would just say to herself, I am worthy of love and success, and abundance flows to me. And she would imagine herself in that dream job, really living her dream job and feeling financially secure. And slowly but surely, her life started to change. And within a year, a new position opened up in her company. It was perfect for her. She walked away from that relationship, and she met another person that she later went on to marry. And money was no longer an issue. And she told me that without a doubt, the biggest shift wasn't in her external circumstances. It was actually in her mindset. And once she really started believing and feeling that she deserved all those good things that life had to offer, they started showing up for her. And Maggie's story is really a powerful reminder that we have the power to rewrite those old beliefs. We are not stuck with that old program. We have the opportunity to step into new beliefs, create new neural pathways in the brain that empower us to live the lives that we have dreamed of. And it really starts with the decision to believe in yourself and to believe in the abundance that is available to you in the universe. So what is your Maggie story going to be? What are the limiting beliefs that are holding you back? And how are you going to rewrite those? Remember, you are not your beliefs. You are the creator of your beliefs. And as the creator, you have the power to change them. So whether it's about money or about love or about success or about happiness, whatever area in your life you want to transform, you can do it. If you want support and an easy way to shift your thoughts and put yourself into the energetic flow of money miracles, I've got a free meditation that I think you're going to love. It's called Opening to Your Money Miracles. You just put on your headphones, you press play to remove any blocks that are standing in the way of receiving greater abundance. So visit moneymiraclemeditation.com or click the link below to get your copy. And I want to thank you for joining me today. You have got this. Start small, be consistent, watch how your life begins to shift. And I can't wait to hear about your breakthroughs and the amazing things that you're going to create. And as you go forward, know that you are supported, you are loved, and you are fully capable of achieving your deepest heartfelt dreams. Here is to your abundant and miraculous life, and I send you my love.